Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, folks, wherever you are. I hope you're having a really good day. Welcome to today's stream. I'm Jay, as you may have guessed, considering this is my stream. One half of Clack, and here to hopefully give you some quarantine and lockdown entertainment. We've got a ton of stuff to do today. We'll go through who's in chat in a second. We're going to be building this Steely Boy, the IDB60 stainless steel chrome edition. We'll also be doing some giveaways today as well. So we've got 7 different prizes that we're going to give away today, ranging from gift cards for different vendors to Steam gift cards to Steam games, loads and loads of stuff. So big thanks, big shout outs to James AKB, Alchemist Keyboards, my partner in crime. He's donated some bits and pieces, and big shout out to A1A as well. I'm not sure if he's watching, but he did resub a few minutes ago, so I assume he is. So thank you very much to those two guys. They've donated some of the stuff we're going to be giving away today as well. So aim of the day is to give you guys some entertainment, try and give you guys some freebies and bits and pieces to keep you entertained over the next couple of weeks and months, as well as we go through the impact of COVID-19, and build a keyboard. That's the plan. Which, after having built one of these before, these are a pain. These are not easy to build. They're a pain to build. So, anyway, let's just have a quick look at chat and see who's about. So, Vogon PT, he got first today. He said he wasn't sure if he got first, but he was. At least as far as when I loaded up my software to start the stream. Couch has subscribed, tier 1 for 9 months. Currently on a 9-month streak. Thank you very much. He says, good evening all. Anarchy here as well, saying good evening. Nostalgic34 says, not got work tomorrow. Same, I have no work tomorrow either. Sadly, it's not because my company's closed down or anything. I still will be working on Tuesday, just day off tomorrow. Who else have we got? We've got George here as well, the wonderful George. Says he's definitely not first. No, you weren't first. You were way too late. 5 or 6 people before you. Pusher says it's the final countdown. Yeah, I realised when I put the starting soon screen up that I hadn't actually put the music on the TV behind me. I hadn't got a drink. I hadn't found my soldering iron out, and it was like rush around trying to get everything done. Who else have we got? We've got Huey as well saying hello there. We've got Derek waving. Good evening, guys. Who else have we got? We've got Missed Headshot. Nice, that's a good username. Querdenk is here as well. Kakan, hello Microsoft Tech Support. I got something stuck in my Ethernet port. Nice, that's a good comment. A1A is here as well. P4, good username as well. Who else have we got? We've got Julum as well. Meister Grinseppo says, hey people. See, I said it fairly close to how it should have been there. Good old Meister. AKB James is here as well, one of the guys that's donated, as well as A1A today. Melon as well, that's a great username too. Tronics is here. Gosh, loads of messages. Need to keep that beer stock going. No beer for me today. I was a little bit drunk on stream yesterday. I wasn't drunk, I'd had a few drinks. I had like 6-7 beers. So who else have we got? Not Zesty Salsa saying hi Jay. Hey man. Slippery Pete as well. Hey man, good to see you. Tequila Shots is here. Tequila Shots knows how much of a pain these are. What's that finish? Looks pretty. I'll talk about the board in a second. We'll catch up with that. A1A and Slippery Pete both subscribed for 10 months. Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate those. Glove Caps is here as well. Not even cherry switches. No, we're not going with cherry switches today. We are going to be building with alpacas and Everglide stabilizers. So these are all lubed and ready here. Let me hold them up to the camera so you can see. That's what we'll be using today, and those stabilizers as well. Mixture of pink and clear stabilizers for this particular build. Cherry switches in the IDB is so fun if you hate yourself. Yeah, right. Unicorn Salami as well is here with hey. Big up James. Yeah, James and A1A, both MVPs today. In fact, James reached out and said that he wanted to give stuff to me before I'd even announced I was going to do stuff, because I'd got some stuff already going on, and he reached out to me, and then literally 10 minutes later A1A reached out as well. So yeah, it was good. Mountain Blocks donates 222 bits. Thank you very much for that, dude. Pokemon Kids here as well. Hey Matt, good to see you. Watched your stream the other day, it was good. Why is it hard to build? We'll talk about that in a little bit, Rabbit Sensei, but there's a few reasons. Some of them are already done. Some of them aren't yet, so I'll talk it through. We've got Techniques and J-Shuff here as well. Apologies if I'm missing some people. It's because there's so many people watching at the minute. Hype Train's running as well. I hadn't even seen that. The Hype Train's running. Where are we at with that? Level 1 complete. Nice. We're into level 2, guys. AKB James subscribed with Twitch Prime now for 11 months. Pingu himself is here. So Pingu is the designer of this board. And it's a very, very interesting board. We'll say that. And we'll go through it in a bit. Socialite is here as well. Says, Jay, the whole world may be getting sick, but I'll never get sick of you. Well, big, big heart to you. Thank you very much, dude. Appreciate that. I could never be sick of you either. Can't get sick of clacking. Nope. Alpacas the Groat says Technics. Yeah, so greatest of all time. They're good switches. They are good switches. Let's all play golf with your friends while watching the stream. Yeah, guys, do that. Those are morphs. Sorry, they are, yes, not alpacas. Morphs. So, yeah, so you're absolutely right, A1A. So what happened was I was going to use alpacas, and then I was 5 switches short, so I switched to these at the last minute, and I've forgotten to update the bot, and then that's why. Let me update the bot now, but yes, you are absolutely right. They're not alpacas, they are morphs, or moves, or however you pronounce it wherever you are in the world. And that's because I forgot to update this, and then I just read it off the screen. I'd even spelt switches wrong. There we go. Okay, cool. Sorted. Updated. You can try the command again now. But yeah, the good spot. Good spot. You finally got your switches from Classy? No, I still don't have my switches from Classy. Straight Classy, if you see this, if you're watching, get me my switches, man. Get me my switches. Melon subscribed at tier 1 for 2 months. And it says hype Gachi base. I don't know what that means, but thank you very much. AKB James gifted a tier 1 sub to Ryantix as well. There we go. That's 3 gift subs on the channel. Thank you, James. Appreciate that. Rope is here as well. Animal Crossing. Playing Animal Crossing while watching a build stream. Isolation could be worse. I am desperately trying to find a Switch in the EU that I can buy that's in stock that will deliver with Animal Crossing right now. I can't find one. Where else are we going? Animal Crossing is amazing. New Horizons is my first game, and I went completely blind, loving every second of it. Glad you like it, George. I'm really trying to get hold of it as well. Anyone know an Andy V. Nugent? I don't know how you pronounce that. I'm sorry. I don't, I'm afraid. Max Surf is here as well, and agreeing that... I was going to say Assassin's Creed then, but it means Animal Crossing. But I'm going to assume it's Assassin's Creed. I'm going to say Max Surf says agreed. Assassin's Creed. It's fantastic. There we go. I'm playing right now too. Hope you find that Switch. I used to have one, and I gave it away a long time ago to a friend. And now's not the time for me to be asking for it back. So there we go. Thank you very much to Huey as well for 2 gift subs to Tronics and Daj. Thank you very much for that. He made a hilarious videos on these 2 switches. Oh, right, okay. Oh, is he the guy that burnt them? Is that who he is? Yes, I think I do remember him. Yes. Good luck getting Animal Crossing on the Switch. It'll be harder than getting a TGR. So Animal Crossing, the game is easy. I can get that from a local shop. That's not a problem. I can get the game. There's no point in buying the game until I buy the Switch, right? I need both for it to be worthwhile. Hi everyone, and hi Top Clack, says Jampot. Welcome Jampot. Welcome Wilson as well to the stream. Penguin Dropping says rip, yeah. Okay, and Sour is here as well. Good evening. I think the first thing I want to do, guys, is give you a bit of a rundown of what we've got to give away today. So we've got a few things I'm going to give away on stream. There's 7 prizes that are going to give it away at random during different points of the stream. Okay. First up, we've got from A1A, we've got 2 gift vouchers. One for Novel Keys and one for the Key.company, each valued at $25, which is great. We've also got 4 computer games that we're going to give away. Computer games. We've got 4 games that are on Steam that we're going to give away as well. We've got Operator Overlord, Road Redemption, Mega Man Legacy Collection, and then we've also got a pack which covers Battletech, Flashpoint, and Shadowhawk as well. And then finally, the last one will be a $10 gift card to Steam as well. So those are the things we're going to give away. Those 3 games together, they are a pack. They come as one, so that's quite a good price. We're going to give those away at random during the stream. I'm just going to get you all to put a word in chat. We'll pick a random word each time. Maybe we'll ask a trivia question that's dead easy to answer or something. I don't know. Yeah, and we'll then give some stuff away. In fact, let's give one away right now. So for Fleximan as well, whoa, gives away 5 tier 1 subs. Thank you very much for that. Really appreciate it, dude. Almost completed level 3 of the hype train with that. Well up there. There's no JO ones, there's no boards. It's just giving away all the little bits and pieces that we can to keep you guys entertained. Julian, thank you very much for the 300 bits. I really, really like that. The Battletech one is a game and 2 sets of DLC. There we go. That's my fault for not looking that up. Okay, let's give one of these away right now. Let's give away, I don't know, Road Redemption. So that's the one we're going to give away now. We're going to have a question for it. Let me jump onto my giveaways page. We've got a question. What can I ask a question on? Okay. Okay. This is a Rubik's Cube. Well, actually, it's not a Rubik's. It's a knockoff, but this is a Rubik's Cube. You need to put the answer to the question I'm going to ask about this into chat. Okay? It's going to be a number, and the question for this is, how many solutions, correct solutions, like this, does a Rubik's Cube have? That's all you need to do. Just put the answer to that question into chat. It's dead easy. Okay, yep. Everyone's got it, yeah. It's 1, yep. That's the answer. Go guys, put it in. Nice and easy. I bet it cuts corners better, says you. It does, yeah, it does. It's way better than my actual Rubik's Cubes. Knockoff. Yeah, it's one of the better knockoffs though. 9, says Max, I think. I wish I had 9 solutions. Okay, there's quite a few people in there. I'm going to give it another 30 seconds whilst I have a little bit of my drink. All you have to do is put a 1 in chat and then hit enter. Okay, let's see who this draws. I'm gonna roll it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You Melon, there you go. You Melon has won the giveaway. There you go, dude. If you reach out to me after the stream on Discord, or if you whisper to me on Twitch, I will get you the code for that game over at the end. So there we go. I'm just going to make a note of that. So that's for Road Redemption, You Melon, all saved. So I know who's won it. There you go. Cool. There we go. That's the first one done. We'll give a few more away as we go through the show. Right. James, whilst I'm doing this, I need you to think up some really silly questions that you can ask as well and DM me them with simple answers. That's what you need to do. Yeah. I could mix it up and solve it on stream. I'm not a speed cuber or anything like that. I can solve it in about 5 minutes, give or take. But you know, I taught myself how to do this when I was a kid, and I have no idea what the correct algorithms are. I just know my way of doing it, and I suspect that's probably a very basic way. But I'm not going to do it on stream. Maybe later in the week. Leave it with me. Okay, cool. James is going to do that and get some nice little questions ready for us to ask for the giveaways later on. They'll be really simple. Promise, they'll be really simple. But yeah, we'll do that. Right then, guys. So in terms of the build today, we're going to talk a little bit about the board, and then we'll start putting it together, and we'll do the rest of the giveaways during the show. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the stabilizers. We are going to be using a mixture of pink and clear Everglide stabilizers. There we go. Basically, that's just because these match the switches. Pink and white, pink and clear is kind of close. So there we go. Level 2 hype train. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much. So we're going to go with that for the stabilizers. These switches are not alpacas. They are morphs or mauves or anything else. So there we go. These are the switches we're going to be using. They are standard springs. They have not been spring swapped or anything else. These are lubed with 205 grade 0 on the stem, and they are lubed with 104 on the spring. There we go. They're lovely and smooth. Really nice switches. Looking forward to putting those in there. Choo choo. Jay about to set the world record for fastest Rubik's Cube solved whilst building a keep. No, I'm not. I'm really not. If you really want me to solve the Rubik's Cube on stream, I will do it, but not on today's stream. I'll do it on one of the additional non-keyboard related streams I'm going to do next week. So if one of you asks me to do it, then I will do it on stream. Just so you're aware, guys, I have got 2 streams that are coming up. One is where I'm going to build some Lego, which is going to be the new Batmobile. Or well, I say the new Batmobile. It's the 1989 Batmobile, but it's the new Lego model version of it. So excited to build that. And the other one is I have a Nixie clock, which I'm going to build. I actually have a new sideboard that's going to be put in here behind me, where you can see the keyboards instead of the table. There's going to be a sideboard that goes in here and goes all the way across the room. That's coming on Monday, and I want the Nixie clock to go under the TV in the centre of that. So I'm going to be building that on Tuesday night, I think. So it's going to be late on UK time. It's probably going to be 10 PM UK time, which means that there's a lot more chance people in the US will be able to watch as well. So I'm going to do that, and then I think Thursday I'm going to build Friday I'm going to probably build the Lego model, which I'm looking forward to. I have a few others in the kind of Ultimate Collector series. I've got things like the Back to the Future car. DeLorean, that's the word I'm looking for. I've got the DeLorean, I've got the Echo one from Ghostbusters, and I've got a few other bits and pieces as well, so really cool to do that. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing the Nixie clock. I have got it, it's to the side here. I need to check all the parts there, but that's what we'll be doing on the next stream. So if you remind me during one of those two streams, I will do the Rubik's Cube during that. I am me, you are you is raiding with a party of 32. Welcome, folks. We are going to do some giveaways today. We are going to build a keyboard today, and we're going to take it slow. Link for the Nixie clock, please. I've actually had this Nixie clock kit for about 4 years, and I've not actually built it. It's not something that's new. It's just something I've had for a long time. I have no idea where you could get them from these days. As far as I know, you can't even buy the Nixie tubes anymore. I've got 2 sets of them, and that's it. As far as I understand, you can't get hold of them very easily. So, sorry, Quer, I couldn't tell you. No Saturn V. I might do the Saturn. I have got the Saturn, but maybe that'll be next week. Maybe I'll do a Lego build each week for the next couple of weeks. All the JO1 crew in chat. I am me, you are you, says he was using his, and he also likes the desk mat. Yeah, the desk mat's good. I did have a slight accident. I don't know if you guys can see it. There's a little mark here. I was cutting open a box the other day, and I had my box cutter, and I just kind of nicked it, which I'm really disappointed about. But yeah, it happens. Are you going to do some more build streams, unbuilt boards you have as well? Yes, I am, but not this week coming, because I want to get the Nixie clock done for the new desk, and I wanted to do something fun anyway, so the Lego was planned for that. The week after, so a week after this, so next Sunday I'll be doing a build stream, and then the following week I'll be doing at least 1 or 2 more build streams, maybe a Lego one as well, chuck something in, just try and generate more content for people while we're all locked down and at home. So yes, there will be more. They haven't been made in quite a long time. The Nixie tubes, yeah, you can't get hold of them from what I understand. There are some modern variants as well, but they're not as nice. But yeah. Jarewood is such a classic board. Yeah, we're going to make some more of them. We're going to change it, like, quite a bit. We're going to do a new version of it and run it in. So from the top down, as you see it here, it'll look almost identical, but there is going to be some changes. We're going to run a small group by maybe 40 units, something like that, later in the year. I was going to run it like now sort of time, but it's going to be later on in the year because with everything going on, I think it's just wise to wait a little bit longer. But yeah, we will be doing a few of those at some point soon, but it will be very different in terms of the side view and things like that. Is going to be slightly different. So yeah. Anyway, on to the build. As we talked about the switches, we talked about the stabilizers. This is the board. You have to excuse the fingerprints because there's no way I can move this thing around without getting fingerprints all over it. And because it's chrome, it gets fingerprints everywhere. So here it is, guys. This is the chrome IDB60. This is the top piece of the case. You can see it's just covered in fingerprints. You'll notice that there are some marks, such as here. If I can get in the shadow there, that's like a blemish in the chrome plating. There are some marks like that on the insides of the case in places, but there's none on the outsides, which is quite nice. It's pretty good. There are some tiny little scratches and scuffs, but it's pretty nice. As you can see, it's a fingerprint magnet. I will try and clean it up towards the end of the stream. We'll talk about the PCB in a minute. The base is stupidly heavy. It's crazy heavy. You can see some middle lines on the inside, but on the external faces the quality is pretty good. Again, fully chrome plated and full of fingerprints. There you go. You can see my streamlights in the camera above. Like, there you go. There you can see my setup and the streamlights and the other streamlight there and built into the ceiling. So there we go. These marks here are not scratches, they're just like fingerprint stuff that's got into it, I think. There is some marks on it though in some places, which are really hard for me to show you because the light's really bright. I can't actually see them, but in like a dull light you can see them quite well. But there is some marks on the base that basically, oh look, there you go, hello. There is some marks on the base that won't go away, but it needs a hole cleaned down once it's built, and then we'll have a look at those. Just stupidly heavy. It's actually spray plated plastic. I wish it was. How do we know it's not wrapped in aluminium? You have to trust me, I guess. The weight of it. Dang, I'm not instant look at all. Hey man, you don't have to be. You don't have to be. It would look hot in black nickel plating. Funny you should say that. It's funny you should say black nickel plating. I'm looking at how we do some black nickel plating for something else. Actually, it's not keyboard related, so it's car part related. But I could potentially do some keyboard related stuff with it. And then the final thing I want to talk about is the PCB. So you'll notice that this is a bit of a dusty PCB, and the reason for that is because I had to sand the PCB down. So anyone who's built one of these boards will know that they don't actually fit properly into the base of the case, and the reason for that is because the PCBs are slightly off on tolerances. So what you might notice if I hold this closer is all of these round parts here, they've all been sanded to varying degrees to make sure that they fit into the case. So these are a lot bigger and more robust on the PCB when you first take it out of the box, but just due to tolerances they've all had to be sanded back. So those are all now fine. It does fit in the case, but that's why the PCB is a little bit dusty, and why it's also a little bit sharp as well in places. But it works and it will do the job, and it's just fine for this particular build. The reason why this needs more sanding than the standard ones is because the chrome plating adds a lot of thickness onto the board, and the manufacturers didn't take that into terms with the tolerances. So there we go. The areas on the case menu side, the PCB guys did the job. Oh, excellent. Okay, so Pingu has worked out why the PCBs didn't fit for even the regular ones, and that's because the errors are slightly on the cases. So there we go. So that's how we're going to build it. In terms of the mount for this board, it is PCB mount. There's no plate, as you might have gathered. So as you can see, this just slots into there like so. But what we're going to do is underneath each of these round little points here, which is where the screws come through to hold the top and bottom case together, we're going to have some small O-rings, and we're going to put these underneath the PCB. They're going to sit underneath there, and they'll just cushion out as we're typing and help improve the feel of the board as well. So I'm just going to move the top case to one side and the bottom case as well, because they're heavy and get in the way. So there we go. Now, one of the things we do need to talk about as well is how switches fit into this PCB. So when you put a switch in to a PCB, often you'll have to push it in like so, and then when you turn it over, the switch will hold in place. Just trust this one to work. Most of these don't hold in place, and they're actually quite loose. Typical that I've said that, and now they're all going to hold in place. Okay, so that didn't happen on the previous one I built. It actually all fell out, so that's typical. When I was doing this earlier on, they were falling out. Anyway, I think it might be the switch actually, because it got a bent pin. The pin was slightly bent on that. So so because the pin was slightly bent, it was holding. But if I put that in there and then tip it over, okay, now it's not falling out. It was earlier. It was earlier anyway. But they don't hold in great. And because there's no plate to hold them together, it means they do get slightly twisted and not aligned quite correctly. So what we need to do is, when we're building this, we're actually going to solder just one pin on each one. Then we're going to put some keycaps on it, and then once we put the keycaps on it, we are going to go through, make sure they're all straight, and then we'll solder the second pin on each one. So we're just going to make sure that they're completely straight. You see, it's not holding in now; it is falling out now. If I do that, there you go. You see, it fell out. So yes, so that's how we're going to build the board. First thing we're going to do though is do the stabs, and then once we've done the stabs, we'll do another little giveaway. We'll give something else away. So James, I hope you've got some of those questions ready for me. Oh gosh, loads of questions. Excellent. Cool, great. Some good questions in there as well. Cool. Okay, so we'll do the stabs first, and then we'll do the next giveaway. Playlist build where a switch doesn't fall out. What is this sorcery? Yeah, it did fall out, and it wasn't held in properly. And if I put them all in and then flip it over, you will see that they don't. If I put like 5 or 6 in and then flip it over, you'll see that they don't hold in. See, I know what's going to happen now. They're all going to hold in just fine, and it's not going to be an issue. If I do that, and then if I flip it over, you see they're not all holding in. So, and even the ones that did go in, if you look now, they're not straight. They're kind of, oh, see, they do just fall out. So we are going to have to do one switch at a time, take it steady away, but we'll get there. As I say, the first thing to do is to do the stabilizers. Just going to take out the screws on some of these, and then we'll get the board put together. This will affect the J score for this. Use some skewers to line the switches up. I don't like doing that. I feel like part of the process should be me struggling to do it and get it done right. It sounds like you're doing a good time. Yeah, these are Durex stabs or Everglide stabs, yes. Jay really barely pushed those switches in. Hey, they just drop in. Look. 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 Stop not believing me on this. Look, that's it flush. That's as flush as it gets, right? If I let go of that and give it a little shake, look, it doesn't hold in properly. Just trust me, they don't hold in properly. But they were all, look, it's not holding in. Look. Look how loose it is. I barely touch it and it comes out. Anyone who's built these knows that the switches don't hold in. But that was the reason why I used those and not cherry switches, because they do hold in a little bit better. Anyway, believe me or not, it's true. I believe I'm not convincing some of you. Okay, am I a screw short? 1, 2, 3, 4. In fact, I'm a whole stabilizer short, that's why. I'm a whole stabilizer short. Let's grab another stabilizer from the stash. This is what pre-stream prep doesn't do for you. There we go. There we go. That can all go away. Jay really is slamming out walls for a demo. Yeah. Cherry switches don't hold in at all, it's hell. That's part of the reason why I picked these, because these do hold in at least a little bit, but they're still not great. It's just one of those things. It is just one of those things. Okay. So what we're going to do is use the pink stabilizer for the space bar, and we'll use the clear ones. Oh, do you know what? I've not even kept enough pieces out, look. What am I doing? What am I doing? I did tell you I was rushing to prep before the stream. This is proof. Okay. There we go. So that's the stabilizers all ready. What we're going to do now is just lube the wires. Got my trusty brush and some dielectric grease, and we're going to put a little bit of lube on the wire. Now you want enough on here for it to be visible and for it to be quite thick so that it reduces the rattle, but you don't want to put too much on. That's probably a spider in the garage. Okay, setting off my camera trigger. And we're just going to do the other side again, not too much lube but enough to make sure that you're removing any of the rattle. Always easier to add more lube later on if you need to, rather than remove lube. That's quite difficult to do, so better to not put too much on at this stage. What we're then going to do is we're then going to push it into the base of the stabilizer, and then we're going to clip it into the front. Do that on the other side as well. One stabilizer built. We're going to do the same for the other stabilizers, and we need one for the space bar here, which is a 7U, and then we've also got stabilizers for the backspace, because we're going to go full backspace, and then we're going to do the ISO enter, because we will be building this ISO, as this is going to be a board for me. There we go. Ziant, thank you very much for your Twitch Prime sub. Really appreciate that, dude. Okay. It's the second one built. I'll do the last one, then we'll lube the actual sliders as well. What pen do I have on my pen reel? It's a custom job. It was done by a friend of mine on their lathe a few years ago. It's just a fountain pen. It uses a Brock nib, and it's made from solid brass. My IDB60 is quarantined at work. I miss her. Yeah, I can completely appreciate that. Sadly, whilst I did buy one in the group buy, I didn't get to keep my actual standard IDB60 because I had to give away the base as someone else received one that was damaged. Now, none of them I didn't think were good enough to be A stock personally, but it was just one of those things. And yeah, so I've actually got like one of each top left over, which I can't use. Oh, missed the housing. Okay, there we go. Okay, now they're done and put together, we are just going to lube lightly on the sidings as well, just to make sure that they slide evenly. So we're not going to put a ton of lube here. We just want a really thin, fine amount. And that's just to make sure I've got a little coating, just to smoothen it all out, make sure it's gliding nicely. Okay, that's one done. Do I have chrome top? Yes, I've got the chrome top and chrome base. Yeah, I've only for the chrome board I've got both parts. It's only for my standard board that I don't have, so just the standard board itself I don't have a base. I've got all of the tops but no bases. Well, I say that I have got one board left over which was returned, which I'm going to give away at the next meetup when we hold it, whether that be London or if we manage to get one in between. There we go. High standards, Jay. I couldn't see anything wrong with my case, to be honest. Maybe I'm just a pleb. No, I think it, to be honest, it was fine. I am, and it was a whole situation anyway. And the factory held onto the boards for a while, and Pingu was away, and he wasn't able to do things. And he's back now, which is amazing. We chat quite frequently to Pingu and I. He's a good lad, and he's doing well now. But it was just one of those situations. I mean, perhaps I do have high standards, but I don't know. At the end of the day, it was a cheap board, $135 in group buy. We sold the extras a little bit higher than that to make sure that we covered costs and everything else that were incurred during the group buy by UPass and things. So it was a whole thing, but we got there in the end, and that's the main thing. Okay, now the lubing's done. We are going to fit these into the board. Once we fit these into the board, we will then do the next giveaway. So get ready for that. There is going to be a question. There is going to be an answer that you need to provide. Okay, that's that one snapped in. We're going to do the backspace now. Okay, and we're going to do the ISO enter. Wait. There we go. Trying to work out which way round the enter key went then. Now those are in, we're just going to give those a nice little screw in place. No, I mean spare. I don't have any chrome pieces spare. No, I only have, I think I've got one of each top spare from the standard grey, and that's it. I'm just going to change that screwdriver a bit for something a little bit thicker. Remember, whenever you're screwing these in, you're not trying to throttle the PCB, you're just literally trying to hold the stabilizer in place, so don't go too tight with this kind of stuff. Huey gifted a tier 1 sub to Jampot as well, and Talisman Solutions gifted a tier 1 sub to 159. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for those gift subs, and well done to Jampot and 159. 159, if you are watching, you do need to check that that PCB fits in the board that I sent you the other day, dude. I want to send that PCB out. 237, mad lad. Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Okay, last stabilizer screen, and then we'll give the next giveaway away. So I think the next giveaway we're going to give away is the Key.company voucher. As I say, straight after the stream, I will be sending out all of the codes to all of the winners. Winners, just reach out to me on Discord or whisper at me on Twitch, and after the stream, I'll get all the codes sent out either later on tonight for me or first thing in the morning. Okay, that's the stabilizers all in place, looking good and feeling good. I'm throwing screws around because I picked that bag up upside down. How much does the stainless steel version weigh? It's about 2.4 kilograms, I think, if I remember rightly. Once it's built, we'll weigh it again if you like. I saw what you did there. Yes, nice, Lex. I agree. Okay, so that's the PCB done. Let's give away the Key.company voucher then. Let me find a question for you guys. James has sent me a few. Okay, so the question is, and this is where you will need to give me an answer. You'll have to type the answer to this into chat. It's all set up to go. So the question is, what was the last Sega home console? So what was the last home console Sega made? Put the answer into chat now. You've got about a minute, and then we'll roll the winner for the $25 Key Company voucher. I'm not going to give you the answer this time. You guys are going to have to go with it. You don't need to put Sega in front of it. Just put the actual name of the console you think it was. PS4. I saw someone put PS4 in there. Lex Rama. There you go. Okay, we'll give it a minute and then we'll draw this one. And I've just realised I don't have my solder iron plugged in. Whilst you guys are putting that in there, in the US, well, in the EU, I guess, is the only way I can answer that. Just give you one more minute to do this while I plug this into the wall, guys. I'll only be a second. There we go, all plugged in, good, ready to go. Okay, let's see who wins that one then. So the answer was the Dreamcast. I'm just going to roll it now. Let's see who wins the Key.company voucher. Archduchess. There you go, or Archduchess wins the. There you go, wins a $25 Key.company voucher. So congratulations, we'll get that out. Everyone always says rigged. Every time someone wins something on one of my streams, they say rigged. No, they didn't win the IDB60 steel. They won the Key.company voucher, $25. And that's very, very big thanks to A1A for donating that as well. So, there you go. Yeah, scammed is better. Go with scammed, not rigged. That's a surefire way to make me feel better about it. Led astray. Yeah, I like that. Okay, guys, so as I said, we'll keep doing some of these giveaways. There's some other questions as well that we're going to come up with, and we're going to go through very short. There's a really funny one that I like as well. Too many bots. There's no bots in this chat. That's why we're asking the questions. This is actually a clone of the Weehao one. It's actually made in the same factory as the Weehao one. It's actually called Wukong, but they're identical. It's the same thing. I have the Weehao one, and the tools are identical. They even have the same stamps on them. So yeah, it's really good. Really good set. Yeah, what was your first pet's name? And my voice is my password, right? There you go. Those are the things that we need to ask. Is that soldering iron magnetized? It looks amazing. No, it's not magnetized. It's just a standard soldering iron. This is a copper boy. If camera focuses on it. Come on, camera, focus. There you go. It's just a copper-coloured TS100. But there we go. It's been my trusty soldering iron for a couple of years now. So as I said before, what we're going to do is we're going to put the switches in. We're going to flip the board over where they don't hold in nice and tightly. That one does. That one holds in nice and tight. Okay, interesting. And then we're just going to solder one pin on each switch. We're going to go through the whole board. And then we're going to put some caps on. We'll do a giveaway after soldering and before putting caps on. We'll do a giveaway after putting caps on. And then we'll do a giveaway after we've soldered the second pin on each one as well. So I'm just going to solder the highest up pin. And that means... So I'll show you guys which one that is in a second. And the reason for that as well. So as you can see, guys, I put this switch in here. It's nice and flush with the PCB. Come on, camera, focus, please. Camera. There we go. It's nice and flush with the PCB. And where I've soldered it, you see I've soldered it the pin that's at the top, not the bottom. And the reason for that is if you solder one pin, it means I can heat that pin up and then I can adjust the switch to get the cap level. You've got more of a movement here if you use this as the pivot point than if you use this one as the pivot point, because this one's further out, you're further away from the center, you've got more movement of pivot to try and get it level if you need to. So always do the one furthest away from the switch. You need to OC it. USB-C PD. Yeah, okay. Very nice. It is really nice. TS100 does not use USB port power. No, it doesn't, but it does have a USB-C port on it. Oh no, USB mini port on it. So this is going to be slow going, guys. Move Switches is a JWK Durex switch. It is, yes. It's made by those manufacturers. These ones actually came from Canon Keys, which were no, not Canon Keys actually. This comes from 159's store, which is Project Keyboard. But I believe that him and Upas from Canon Keys made the switches in collaboration together. Yeah, I don't know if that's actually Gator or not. If it is, it'll be Ray, and we have emailed before if it's Ray. So hi again if it is you, Ray. If it's not, well, welcome to the stream, Mr. Gator, or Mrs. or Ms. or whatever pronoun you like. Needs a replacement microphone for voice commands to focus. Yeah, it is a little bit slow on the focus sometimes. Other times it's really good. Like if I bring things up slowly to the camera, it focuses perfectly. But if I just rush something there, it doesn't always focus, and it takes itself a second. Project Keyboard. There you go. Someone's posted the link. Thank you. So this is a lot slower than my usual soldering, guys, so I do apologise about this. But it is necessary just to get these switches in place. I have tried doing it with the whole piece of cardboard underneath and flip it over, and to be honest, you end up dropping switches and it can be a pain. Maybe we'll do that in a second, actually. I probably have a bit of cardboard I can use for that. Just a note to point out as well, the 7 switch goes upside down on this particular board because of the central USB. But again, make sure you solder the switch pin that's furthest away from the centre of the switch. BespokeKeyboards.com. I've forgotten you've done that, Pingu. Acidic Pure, thank you very much for the streak. Happy birthday. It's not my birthday. It's not my birthday. It is next Friday though. It's my birthday on Friday the 27th of March. So there we go. The old school Weller stuff is really good. I just don't have space here for a for a full station, so I like a little USB soldering iron just for my internal desk. Wish I could get my hands on literally any high-end linears right now. Everything is sold out. Yeah, I suspect that things will come back into stock and start selling more in the coming weeks. You're just getting in there early. Well, you're a week early, but yes, next Friday it is my birthday. I am thinking about streaming on my birthday, but we'll see. I mean, technically for me, next time we do the next Top Clack show, it will be my birthday, because whilst it's Thursday night that we do the shows, that's actually Friday morning for me. So there we go. And how did you even know, Acidic Pure? How did you even know? Perhaps we should do that as the next question. What the answer to the next giveaway? What's my age going to be on my birthday? But I don't know if I want you guys to answer that, because you're probably going to be quite insulting with it. Okay, almost there on this top row now. 477. 69. Oh, I see. Okay. I don't think we're going to do that as a quiz question, but I think next up we'll probably give away the Mega Man Legacy Collection. I think that's probably what's going to be next up. Maybe. We'll see. I might change my mind between now and then. We'll see. 69, blaze it. 69 420. You guys will also need to make a decision for me coming up shortly. I've got 2 keycap sets that I could use to hand. I'm not going to tell you what either of them are, but I am going to be putting them on the board as soon as I finish soldering these switches in. So, what you guys will need to do is decide whether I use keyset A or keyset B. I'll give you a clue. One of them is an OG keyset. One of them isn't. But I'm not going to tell you which is which. So you can have to pick either A or B, and they're actually stacked in order. So A is on top and B is on bottom right now, and they're just to the side of me, so I can quite easily grab them when it comes to it. There's no C, Talisman. There is no C. B for bottom. Interesting. If we also see he has to choose OGs. One of them is an OG style set, so it's not too far away. Or minimal would be quite good. It's not minimal. I'm only gonna. It's not handed by either. I would suffice it to say that both of these are pretty classy sets. I don't think you'd be disappointed with either. Rigged. It's not the rigged set, no. Okay, making some good progress here. He's lying, it's handed by. It's not handed by. I'm not using handed by on this. Maybe I should do, just to annoy people. I have Nautilus on mine. Nice. No one's getting hand debated. In fact, I don't know if it's a key set that's ever been on stream before. I don't think I've ever had it on a build stream before. One of them I have. The more modern of the sets I've had. What soldering iron is this? It's the TS100. I think there's also another version of it called the Seed. I think Matt the Pokemon Kid, who was watching earlier on, has one of those. But mine is the TS100 Copper Edition. which I'm not sure if they make anymore. Yeah, it's a really good one for $80 or whatever it is. It's really good. I think it was £60 here in the UK, which sounds about right. Not given current exchange rates, but the exchange rates as they were a few weeks ago, it sounds about right. You can find the faceplates for it off AliExpress, I think. Oh right, okay. I didn't know that they were still available, but yes, you could at one point. If you still can, that's good news for people. Just gonna reheat up that last switch because it wasn't quite flush. A couple of these just not set quite flush, we're just making sure that they are. Okay, cool. I don't know if you guys can hear, but the bats are outside my window at the minute. And the foxes as well. TS 1000 group buy when? No, I'm not doing a group buy for things like soldering irons. I'm not sure I could get a decent enough price on them to do that. Okay. Almost there though now, guys. We're about halfway through the soldering of the first pin. The second lot of pins will be dead easy to solder. As soon as we've done this, we'll do a giveaway, and then you guys can help me pick the keycaps for the board. There are bats outside my window right now. Yeah, we have bats in the garden. Just little common house bats. I actually have some bat boxes on the back of the garage. Bats and foxes. Yeah, I can hear the foxes running around in the fields outside the back of my house. They do these weird little barks that sound like... if you've ever heard a fox bark, it's a really distinctive sound. You know it as soon as you can hear it. Brian's here as well on the Top Clack account. Oh shit, even I can catch some of a J stream for once. Typical. That confused me for a second. I was like, I didn't type that. Bats equals coronavirus. No, it doesn't. That's not true. It's not like I'm eating these. Yeah, I don't know if you could hear the yips. They've kind of stopped now. What does a fox say? It goes yip, yip, yip. It's kind of a weird noise. But we've got about 3 families that live, of foxes that live quite close by. They're quite often in the garden in the morning when I go up, and they quite like to sun themselves on my deck in the summer. So we have one specific guy that comes in, male fox. I call him Todd. If any of you get those references, then well done. Many of you won't, but he's cool. The dog doesn't like him. The dog chases him away. But yeah, he comes in the garden quite a bit. Please, Jay, explain what the pickle said after it was flipped over. The pickle said after it was flipped over? I have no idea. That joke's going somewhere I don't even know. First Sunday I've had off in years. Fair enough, Brian. Fair enough. It's really confusing me that you're on the Top Clack account and I'm streaming through it. This must be what it's like when one of us joins someone else's stream on the Top Clack account. The Bleated Vespines here as well. I'll stop typing LOL. Nah, it's fine, man. It's fine. Captain Schwa, thank you very much for that. 31 months. 31 months of subs. Since Brian's here as well, I love you guys. Thank you, man, for joining. Thank you very much for the subs. 31 months is huge. Definitely our longest subscriber. We had a couple of 30-month ones in the last week's show, but 31, that's huge. Okay. Slowly making our way through this, guys. Just doing one pin at a time, just so that I can move these switches around and realign them as needed once we get the caps on, if they're not straight, not square. Given this is a plateless build, just needs a little bit more time taking on it. But we are getting there. And as I say, we're going to do another giveaway in a few minutes. As soon as I finish soldering one pin for each switch, we'll do the next giveaway for the Mega Man game set. What's it called again? Mega Man Legacy Collection. There you go, on Steam. Obviously, Jay keeps just throwing his voice into chat. I don't know, that's pretty clear to me who it is. Fair enough, fair enough. You're a smarter man than I am. Hey man, I won't deny it, Jay's best. Nah, that's not true. Rockman. I have an urge to watch that film again now, but I don't want the feels. Okay. Whenever I talk anywhere else, they're always like, which host is this? And I always hit them with the better one. Then I never say anything after that, so they have to think. Do you know what? I usually do the same, but I don't usually say the better one. I usually say the worst one. So I don't know what people think we watch, but it should be fairly obvious between what times you're watching and what times I'm watching usually. Okay, not too much further to go now, guys. It is wing keyless is this board as well, so we saved 2 switches on that bottom row because wing keyless is best. Jakey's wife is the best. She puts up with him putting up with us. Yeah, right. I told her the other day, I broke the news to her the other day that I was going to be doing some more streaming. She's like, what? Why? Like, keep people entertained. And she's like, what about keeping me entertained? And then about 10 seconds later, she was fine with it. She actually made me cookies the other day because I was having to work from home. So she just made me cookies randomly. She was working from home as well, but she just made cookies randomly. Okay. Almost there now. Just a few more switches to go. Can you blame her? Thirsting for that J booty? Maybe. 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 I will say that coronavirus has helped some things. Some things are a lot more frequent than they were. Hey Brian, you had your chance back in Seattle last year, and I have no idea when I'm next going to be able to fly over to Seattle. Given the current state of world travel, it could be a couple of years before I get back over there. Okay, just one more to put in. Is it going to go here? Does that look right? There. Does that look right? Hold on, let me get the top. Let me double check I'm putting this in the right spot. Yeah, that looks right to me. Cool. And if it's not, well, it's only one switch. Okay, cool. There we go. So that's those all soldered in from a one switch perspective, from a one pin perspective. So we're going to go through and solder the rest of them after we've aligned them in a minute. What we're going to do now is give away that Legacy Man collection. So I'm going to ask you guys a question, and you guys are going to have to post the answer into chat. I'm not going to tell you what the answer is, but anyone can enter. The question is, and it's one word answer, and so just the name of the thing. What gets wetter the more it dries? What gets wetter the more it dries? Put that into chat now. There we go. Put that into chat now. What gets wetter the more it dries? There's only one answer to this. Okay, people are getting the right answer now. Yeah, okay, cool. So this is for Legacy, the Mega Man Legacy Collection. I'll give you guys a minute or so to do that, and then you can help me decide which keycap set to go with. Hadn't taken a look at the desk mat. It's pretty nice. Glad you like it, man. Thank you. See, you're rigged. We're not on that question yet, Talisman. That's the next question. Okay, I think most people have entered. We've got, well, actually no, we've got 41 eligible users. Only 41 of you have put the answer in at this point. Case doesn't matter. There's 131 people watching, so 138 people watching. So, you know, clearly people don't want to win this, but hey, go on. Julem's got the right answer. So is the final Frank. If you guys are looking for the answer. Sly Rise in the short bus. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, cool. We're just going to roll it, guys. Give it a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Ziant, there you go. Thank you very much. You are the winner. If you reach out to me on Discord, or if you whisper on Twitch, I will get your message and I will reply, and I will make sure that you get the game code. So yeah, cool. There we go. So that's 3 things we've given away now, right? Yeah, 3. We've got the Novel Keys voucher left. We've got 2 more games to do, and then we've got a $10 Steam gift card as well. Just note on the Steam gift cards, they aren't bought yet because it depends on which area you're in, so I'll need to buy the right one for your area. So we'll get to that when whoever wins. But cool, there we go, guys. We'll do the next giveaway in a second. The next thing you guys need to help me with is pick key set A or B. Now, key set A is on top of the pile that's to my left, and key set B is on the bottom of the pile. A or B into chat now, and whichever gets the most letters in the next 2 minutes. You can't put both depleted Vespene. It's either A or B. That's what we go with. Now, one of them is a more modern set, and the other one is a bit more of a classic set. So yeah, get your votes into chat now. Key set hell. Talisman. Just pick A or B. Only Jay would do video game giveaways during this time. What a big brain. Wasn't just my idea. Big shout outs to A1A as well for donating some gift cards, and big shout out to James AKB for donating some of these game codes as well. Okay, so looking at it, I think the Bs have it. There are far more Bs that I can see than As. So I'm going to bring up the both sets now so you can see what you could have won. This is the order that we're in. So set A was a OG UK ISO Cyrillic die-subbed Legends, and set B, which you guys have chosen, was GMK Modern Dolch. So there we go, you have chosen Modern Dolch. So this is the keycap set we'll be using. Huey's getting off. See you later, Huey. Thanks very much for joining. I appreciate it. You think you won that milk carton contest, but you never received anything. I don't think they've shipped yet. Can we revote? No. I wanted A. Recount. I'm changing my vote if that matters. I thought OG caps were more obligatory for the IBD. Well, I gave everyone the choice, Pusher. People just voted randomly. Rigged. Okay, right. Guys, should I change it now? Put Fs in chat if I should change the key set. If there's more than 10 Fs, then I will change it. If there's more than 10 Fs, then I will change it to the other one. Alright, there's a lot of Fs. Let's change it for the other set. Okay. No, nobody tell Dixie. Okay. So this set was actually found for me by by Pingu as well, who's the designer of this particular board. He found this on eBay for me. It's very old, it's very yellow, but it's really, really, really cool. So I do intend to sandblast this at some point, but just to show you, these are pad printed sub-legends, so I need to be really careful. I actually think I'm going to get a rock tumbler and just try a couple of the caps in the rock tumbler first, but you can see what colour they used to be and what colour they are now. So yeah, so they are very old, but we will suffice with them. We will do just fine. Humanity wins. Modern Dolch. Yeah, Modern Dolch. Modo. Keep them as they are. Maybe I might keep them as they are. I definitely want to clean them. These haven't been cleaned. These have just been taken off the board and put in this tray. So I do want to clean them at some point because they're probably filthy. But they do look really cool. Hold on, put the caps on. You don't have split right shift. Oh shit, you're right, I don't. You are absolutely spot on. I don't have split right shift. I will have to fix that. Let's go for full right shift. We'll get another stabilizer out and we'll do that in a second. Remove the switch and do it. But don't worry, we can fix that. There's no plate on this pusher. We can fix that real easily. Well spotted. How much did I spend on it? On this keycap set, I think it was 160 euros with a keyboard with the original board. I think. Interesting looking keycaps. These keycaps are great. They're UK ISO Cyrillic Sublegend keycaps. I've never seen another set of these. This is the only set I've seen, and a very, very big shout out to Pingu for pointing them out to me. But yes, I will fix that split right shift in a second. We'll remove one of those switches. We'll move the switch to the spot, and then we'll put a stabilizer in. Then we'll align all the keys, and then we'll go from there. Just going to skip a few keys in that general area, and then we'll come back to that in a second. Some of these are not going to be aligned very well, guys, so you can point them out to me if you want, but I know they're not going to be aligned. We will go through and align them before we solder those second pins. Okay, I would just clean them. Retrobrite can do more damage than good. I'm not going to retrobrite them. What I was going to do, Anarchy, is I was going to put them in a rock tumbler, and I was just going to try and take off a very fine layer, put almost like a polish powder in there. It shouldn't take away too much of the sub-legends. In fact, actually, I'm not going to put that in. Wait a sec. Help if I put the keys in the right place in the tray when I set it up. This set is epic. This set is lovely. It's the only one I've ever seen of these. If I ever found a brand new inbox set of this, I would be so happy. It looks like a very even yellowing. It's pretty even apart from on the spacebar, and the spacebar's kind of got a line down the centre of it, which is the worst thing about this. But I don't have another spacebar that's quite as yellow, but it's a really straight line that's down it. I think they've almost had a sticker on it at some point. They do smell a bit musty as well. They have a musty smell to them, which is one of the things I'm not a fan of, but it'll be all right. So I'm only going to go to. I'm just going to leave this cluster here, and I'll come back to that in a second when we take those off the board. Okay, let's just pop that to one side. Let's just quickly fix these switches up. So I'm just going to heat these up and remove the switches. And then we'll put it back in a second, and then we'll add a stabilizer wire as well. That's one removed, and that's two removed. Let's grab another stabilizer. I'm sure I've got another white one in here or clear one. There's one housing, one screw, How's it one? Insert. Need another insert, another screw, and a wire. There we go. Okay. Quickly lube these up to par. Mixed English UK and Old Yugoslav, yeah. I was going to ask Depleted Vespine if you actually knew where this set might have originated from. You tend to know more about these kind of archaic things than I do. Sadly, the board, which was a cherry one, didn't actually have a sticker on the bottom, so it didn't have any codes or anything like that I could use to understand what its history might have been. We need a modern JTK triple shot run of these OG sets. Yeah, absolutely. That could be pretty cool. I'd even settle for some. I'd even settle for some of the GMK sets with pad printed legends like Royal Alpha and Triumph Adler. Send me a good pic of the alphas and I'll determine the exact national layout for the Cyrillic legends. Hold on a second. You can screen grab it from the stream in a second. I'll hold it right up so you can screen grab it, or someone can screen grab it and post the pic into chat in just 1 second. Let me just lube this and I shall do that. Let me pop the last two alphas on so you can see. There you go. Someone want to screen grab that and send that to Depleted Vespine, please? Thank you. Yeah, we'll tidy up the legends in a second as well. Tidy up the switches, make sure they're all level. Or Hammer CP style die subs, yeah. Thank you very much to Japanese Horror Writer for the 2,000 bits. Really appreciate those, dude. Really appreciate those. You might be able to see actually, just in the background is the Jane with the unicorn on. I don't know if you can see that from there, but it is over there, believe me, trust me. The blackboard right at the very back on the bottom. So thank you very much, Japanese Horror Writer, for being such a legend and such a bro. Okay. Okay, this doesn't want to go in. Just going to try and persuade it with a bit of a persuader tool. Some nice persuasion there. Okay. Thank you very much to Pusher for noticing this and shouting it out to me. That's that done. Now pop in the switch, give this a quick solder. We'll pop on the rest of the keycaps. In fact, we're going to have to put the keycap on for this. Hold it all in place. We'll get the rest of the keycaps on there now as well. Then we'll quickly solder that one pin. We'll go through, line up all the rest of the switches, and then we'll solder the second pins. Just quickly solder that. Jack Static, thank you very much for the 5 gift subs. Thank you very much, dude. Really appreciate that. Got to go now, Jay says Jampot. Thank you very much. No, take care, Jampot. It was good to see you on stream, dude. I think I missed someone else tagging me before that as well. That was Depleted Vest being asking for the pick. What games are people wanting these days? I have no idea. I just have a random bunch of games to give away. It's like opening up Santa's sack. Need to figure out what the deal is sending Parsons UK at the minute. Our main posts are still staying open. Yes, they are. Okay, just gonna wait. It's this side. Just gonna solder that one pin really quickly, and then we'll do the next giveaway. Okay. So I know we've got to line all of these switches up and make sure they're all level and everything else. We'll do that in a second. It's not looking terrible. The 7 needs doing, the caps lock needs doing, the H needs doing. Other than that, it's pretty much alright. Caps lock is by far the worst. And this Alt GR needs doing as well. So there's only a few keycaps that need adjusting, so we'll be fine. But we are going to do the next giveaway. So the next giveaway is going to be for what we're going to give away next. The next giveaway is going to be for the $10 Steam gift card. So I'm going to ask a question. You guys are going to put it in. This is a 2-word answer. If I spelled it right. Okay, so this is a 2-word answer. You need both words to get it right. And the question is, before Mount Everest was discovered, which was the highest mountain in the world? So before Mount Everest was discovered, which was the highest mountain in the world? It's a 2-word answer. If you put your answer into chat, we'll give it a couple of minutes and then we'll draw the winner. But the winner for this will get a $10 Steve gift card. It's a sneaky question. I have to spell it right, but case shouldn't matter. There's quite a few eligible users now. Yeah, okay. Okay, people are getting there now. Please show me the tilde key. Okay, yeah, okay, hold on. There you go. If it focuses, there you go, it's there. Depleted Vest bean, there it is. It's that one just there. Okay. I'm really excited to use these keycaps. How cool do they look? How cool are they? We'll get them all leveled up and squared away shortly, but how cool are they? They're really cool. Okay, everyone has been going in there. The answer is indeed Mount Everest. You've got another 10 seconds to type that in if you want. Mount Everest was there before someone discovered it. We just didn't know about it, right? So it was still the the tallest mountain. We've only got 31 people eligible at the minute. So go on, guys, get in there. Mount Everest. I'll put it into chat so you can copy and paste it. There you go. Hey, Keeper James, I love these questions. You came up with the questions. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to roll it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, roll. Lexa LOL, so thank you very much, Lexa. You win the $10 Steam gift card. I'll get that out to you. If you reach out to me on Discord or if you whisper to me on Twitch, I will make sure we get you that $10 gift card. That one's probably going to be tomorrow because I'll need to know which area of the world you're in to make sure I'm buying the right one. But we'll sort it out and make sure you get that. And then you can buy something nice to enjoy containment and confinement and isolation and social distancing with. Okay. Excellent. Cool. So there we go. That's another giveaway done. Another giveaway done. And it was Lex or LOL. Let me just make a note of that. There we go. Cool. Okay. Great. Too late to put Mount Everest in chat now. We've drawn the winner. There we go. It was called Chumulungma before it was named Mount Everest, though. Yes, it was, but it still, it was still the tallest mountain. Yeah, isn't it called Saga something or other as well? Isn't that not its other name? I'm sure it began with an S. Other names for Everest. I'm just browsing some random website now, trying to name it. Yeah, Sagamatha. Yeah, that's it. Sagamatha. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, lots of history there. Cool. Okay, time to tidy up some of these keycaps. So as I said before, the ones that need addressing are the Alt, the H, the caps lock, and the 7. Everything else looks pretty much okay, so I'm just going to adjust those. The 7 key is a bit weird on this because it's the only one that's upside down, so I'm going to try and adjust these as best I can. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to heat up the one pin that's holding this in, and then try and adjust the keycap whilst the solder is melted, and then see how we look afterwards. So that's the 7 all pretty much lined up. It's never going to be completely straight on this board, just because of the way the 7 is and the fact that the switch is upside down, but that's pretty much there. Next we're going to do the caps lock, so this needs a bit of a twist on it. Let's see how that looks when that solder sets. Okay, much better. There you go, you can see. And then we've just got the H and the Alt key to do. I think the H key just needs pushing in. I think it's just the switch that's not quite... And that's the H key pretty much fixed. And then we're just going to do this Alt GR key as well. This just needs a tiny twist. And there we go. All nice and neatly aligned there. All looking pretty good. There we go. Cool, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to solder the second pin for each switch. Just going to go straight through the board. Laguba is here saying hey. Kazsan is here too. There you go. Oh, there you go. AKB James is giving my Discord name out. It probably slightly touches the pins of the USB port. Yeah, it is slightly. It's just pushing it up slightly, Pingu. I was expecting it to do that anyway, so it is fine. I forgot to kind of sand those a little bit flush before I did the build. I'm just going to run through now, solder the second pin on each switch. We'll double check that nothing's moved once we've done this, but we should be okay. And then we can start to put things in the board. And then we'll do some more giveaways as well, because we're almost there with the build. Okay. Sorry about this, guys. This is the most boring part of the stream for you guys every week when you watch me. It cannot be fun to watch someone solder. Okay. Almost there, guys. Okay. A few more switches this row, then the bottom row to go, and then we are done. Then we'll just test the board, we'll put it all together into the case, we'll see how it goes, finish off the giveaways, and that will be the end of the stream. Okay. There we go. That is everything now fully soldered together. That's the board all done. Have you built 40% ortho before, and can you show it off on stream if you have it? I'd love the streams. Thank you very much. I don't have any ortho boards at all. I've got a few 40%, but nothing that's ortho, I'm afraid. Sorry. If I did, I would absolutely have shared it with you, but I only have standard 40s. Well, I say standard. I only have staggered 40s, let me put it that way. Cut the nozzle shorter and to an angle. Also taking it apart and cleaning and lubing occasionally helps. What's that for? Oh, the Engineer SSO2. Yes, I see, yes. Have you managed to get your ISO keycle? The keycle's on order, the board is coming. The PCB is here, it's actually just outside this room because I've got a new sideboard coming on Monday that's going to go behind where I'm sat here. So I took everything that was out of here, all the pile of boxes, and I've got a new kind of stand here as well. It's kind of like a metal stand that I can put parts on as I finish off the 3D printer, run boards and do QC and everything else with. So the PCB is one of Heine's H87A, I think. Yeah, H87A. So yeah, that's what we'll be using for the keycle, and of course custom plate as well. So yeah, there we go. Okay, now that's all soldered together, we'll just give it a quick test. I've got a USB cable to hand, so I'm just going to unplug that, pop it there just so I don't burn myself. Plug this in, and then I'll bring up switch hitter, and we'll double check that all of the keys work as they should do. Okay, let me grab a switch hitter for you guys. There we go. And let's just test the keys. All working there, all looking good so far. There we go, all working perfectly. So whole board is now working. Also, how did you get an ISO plate? I took the original plate files and I amended them. The keycle plate files are published on the website. Aren't you going to straighten the keys? The keys are all pretty much straight. They're all pretty straight. They're close. The only one that's not is a 7, but they're close enough for me. They're pretty close. I can't see anything looking at it that jumps out that's not straight to me. Maybe the G a little bit, but no, it's fine as it is. It will do just as it is. Okay. Ugh. I think it's probably time for us to do another little giveaway. Oh, it looks a little bit off. Maybe a touch. It's fine though. It's alright. It's fine. It's not catching on anything. It's going to be a home board. It'll be fine. Okay, time to do another giveaway then. So let me get another question ready for you guys. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to copy and paste the answer into the thing. This one's going to be for a $25 Novelkeys voucher. So for $25 Novelkeys voucher. So the question is, produced by IBM and Lexmark starting in 1984, what is considered to be the granddaddy of modern day keyboards? So produced by IBM and Lexmark starting in 1984, what is considered to be the granddaddy of modern day keyboards? Get your answers into chat. A few people have already got it. Yeah, quite a lot of eligible users already. It's counting up quite quickly. Yeah, you've got the right answer. That was too easy for you guys. That was far too easy for you guys. Way more entries for this one already. I think you were right, Brian. People just don't like Mega Man. Everyone likes a $25 Novelkeys gift card, though. Dell membrane. Difficult questions next time. Yeah. We asked some more. We have asked some more obscure ones, and we've got some better ones coming as well. Okay, so this one's courtesy of A1A as well. This gift card's courtesy of A1A. So thank you very much to him for donating this $25 gift card. I'm just going to roll this one now, I think. So Model M is the correct answer. Let's roll it and see who wins. And Lubed Helios, there you go. Lubed Helios, you have won the $25 gift card for Novel Keys. There we go. Lubed Helios is the winner of that. He says Pog. I've put that down into the chat, into my little tracker. I've got a couple more giveaways left to do. 2 more games later on, so we'll get to those in a short while. When did you get gifted a sub? Earlier on, I think it was. I don't know. There's been quite a few gift subs given out today, so there we go. See, no quotes here of it being rigged or anything, because Lubed Helios won, right? I see how it is. Everyone just accepts that one, but for the other ones previously, people... I see how you guys are. I see how you guys are. Rigged, scammed. There you go. Help a boomer out, please. Okay, next step is to put in the O-rings. Now, this is often touted as one of the harder parts of the build. I'm going to share with you my little tip on how I do it. So what we need to do is put the O-rings in place, just like so. So you can see that that one is in place. Oh gosh, the space is stupid heavy. So you can see that that one is in place now, just here. Oh, you might not be able to because it's brass and it looks like a black mark on brass, but there is an O-ring just in there. Now what happens when you turn the board upside down, you move it around, the O-ring falls out and it ends up going all over the place. So some people have suggested putting glue and stuff like that on there to try and hold it in place. What I like is a little bit of dielectric grease. This isn't going to stop the rubber from working. It's not going to dry out the rubber over time. It's going to hold it in place just enough for you to be able to do what you need to do. It's cheap, cheerful, you don't need to put loads of it on. It's not going to interfere with any screws, anything else, but it is going to hold just enough in place to help you build it. And this works for pretty much any gasket system that you're going to use that doesn't get glued in place, as long as it's not like the JL1 where it's like a huge piece of gasket, but any small gasket, this kind of works for those as well. If you're doing it top mount board, and you're not going to screw it down, as in flip the top over and screw down into it, depending on how you want to put that together, you can just do this onto the plate or wherever is easier as well. Only going to put O-rings on the base here, so underneath the PCB. The PCB is going to sit on top of these. Now, other people have used superglue and things like that, but superglue will dry out the rubber and make it brittle quite quickly. Dielectric grease will do the opposite. It will actually keep the rubber more supple for a longer time, and it will just add enough of a surface to hold them in place. So there we go, that's all of those in place and lightly lubed up. I do have some spare O-rings here, just going to pop them to one side. Hot glue them in place. Again, glue is really bad them for. What are the O-rings for? So the PCB sits on top of the O-rings, just like so. I'm just going to make sure all of those are aligned nicely. Okay, looking good. I'm going to take the top case, put this over the top. And then what we're going to do as well, just to make doubly sure, is we're just going to hold it over the edge of the desk whilst we put the first 2 screws in, one in each corner, just to hold it together nicely. Rubber cement, yeah, all those things will work, but they do... Rubber cement's a bit too permanent for me. You don't want to do something permanent with this kind of thing because you might want to change them at some point. Next size up. Moist. Absorbs some of the sound. It also makes it feel slightly softer as well, yeah. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to slide this to the edge of the desk. It's not going to be where you can see it. I'm just going to put the first screw in. And then I'm just going to hold it together. At least. I will do if it will go in. Come on. Okay, I'm just going to spin this round and I'm going to do the same in the next corner. Well, I say the corners, I'm actually going one in from the corners for this. Okay, that will then allow me to flip it over. Oh, this thing is stupid heavy. And then I can go back in and put the rest of the screws in nice and neatly. Yeah. He's replacing it with a pre-built. I'm not replacing it with a pre-built. You're supposed to hang it half off from the desk. Yeah, that's exactly how I did it. Yep. Go up here. Interesting. Jay just followed the terms of use. You're free to share internals, but not the process of screwing it together. Yeah, so I was just hanging it over the edge. I was screwing upwards into the case, just so that I didn't upset the board until I'd got two screws in place. And then once the two screws were in place, that's it. It's all going to hold it together nicely. You guys can see all of the lovely fingerprints on this board now. Oh, there we go. And I think Pingu is going to release the PCB files. Now, because I've got another of the IDBs, I've got one of the original prototype IDBs, I actually need to order Pingu some of the 1.2mm PCBs at some point. So if you don't mind sharing those files, I will arrange for a small run of those at some point soon. Just going to put the bump-ons on as well. And then we'll have a lovely fingerprint covered IDB60 chrome and steel edition. Okay, there we go, guys. That is the board all put together. Something a little bit vintage, something a little bit modern with the keycaps and the case. Very flashy and chromy, and again, you can see my camera above. You can see all my fingerprints. You can see my lights built into the ceiling. You can see me. There you go. So there we go, guys. That is the IDB60. This thing is stupid heavy, and the corners are stupidly heavy, stupidly sharp as well. Let's see if I can find my set of scales here. So let's check in pounds and ounces. This weighs 6 pounds 11 ounces. 6 pounds 11 ounces. And for those of you in Europe, that's 3 kilograms and 34 grams. So just over 3 kilograms for a 60%. It's stupid heavy. There we go. The keyboard that doubles as a mirror. Yeah, it does, right? Did you find out more Cold War-y than vintagey? Yes, sure. Okay, Cold War-y. It is super cool. Look how good these caps are. Depleted Vespine, did you figure out where these were from? Did you figure it out? But the caps are super nice. Super nice. I really, really love these caps. It's a desk weight to stop your desk blowing away. Scroll up. I can't... scroll up. It's not easy to find things like that. All I can see is people's answers to the Model M question. That's all I can see. Depleted Vespine. You're gonna have to tell me again. Thank you. I didn't see it. I can't always watch chat, sadly. Keycaps so cool, but so yellowish. Yeah, they are. They have been heavily used. But even though they've been heavily used, the pad printing on the keycaps hasn't worn away particularly. Even if you look at the WASD cluster, it's still pretty much all there. There's none of them where it's faded away too much, apart from the H. The upstroke on the H is slightly faded at the top, but other than that, it's fine. It's Russian. Okay, great. Russian languages back then had several competing layouts, and this is the main one that won. Nearly dropped support through the table, yeah. IBM coded this one and the typewriter one too. Nice. Okay, so now I just need to work out what the code for the cherry board that these came from is, and then I can try and find some more of them. But yeah. Do you think this board is worth getting? This board? You can't get these anymore. So the IDB60 isn't around anymore. There's only 5 of these steel ones in existence. I've got one, Pingu's got one. Forgive me, I can't remember the other ones, but I think they're all European based actually. Oh, Pingu posted it earlier. Thank you. I'm gonna save that link. Yes, excellent. Okay. Someone go find me one of those keyboards in a new old stock NOS position so I can buy more of these lovely keycaps. Cool. So yeah, but aftermarket are they worth buying? Well, ask Pingu. Pingu is the designer. He's in chat. But I think they're pretty good. They are very flexible. I've also got one of the prototype ones. I'm going to turn the volume off for that because it is a very, very flexible typing experience. You guys probably can't see just how much that's flexing, but there is a huge amount of flex. Let me see if I can zoom in for a minute. Let me see if you guys can see this flex. Can you guys see that all moving? And that's not me putting a ton of pressure on, that's just barely above typing pressure. Can you guys see all that moving? Look, if you look up here, if you look like that, that's easy to see. If you look at that escape key when I do that, so the whole board is like that. No matter where you type, that's the kind of experience you get. If you just look up here, you can see it all moving. That's kind of the experience you get. It's super, super flexible. Let me zoom back out. Is that a Fleximan board? No, it's this is a Pingu board. This is a Pingu board. What switches are in this? These are Morve switches. They're Morve switches with Cortex 205 grade 0 on the stem, stock springs, lubed with 104. So there we go. No switch films or anything like that, but let's give this a bit of a sound typing test. Let's see what it sounds like. Okay, this board sounds incredibly good. I am really, really impressed with this. Spacebar is really loud, but it's a loud board. I was expecting this to sound pingy and loud and horrible, And it really doesn't. This actually sounds really, really good. I genuinely thought that this was going to sound horrific. Because it's steel, because it's chrome plated, I thought it was going to reflect sound like mad. And it really doesn't. No foam in this at all. No foam, nothing. It sounds absolutely phenomenal. Pingu, man, this sounds so good. This sounds better than the aluminium IDBs. Wow. I'm really impressed with that. Like, thoroughly impressed. It might be slightly high pitched, but I was expecting this to have ping. Because you can hear ping when you flick the case, so I was expecting it to be pingy all over the place. But that sounds absolutely stunning. Pingu, I'm really impressed with this, like more impressed than I should be. Thank you very much for designing this board, because I'm thoroughly impressed with that. Guys in chat, I hope you agree, because I thought that sounded fantastic. I think that's one of the nicest sounding boards that I have. It's nearly on my J series levels in my head. Yeah, there we go. Rabbit Sensei says keycaps don't fit big time. These keycaps are phenomenal. These keycaps are some of my favourite ones I've ever owned. They will go on anything if it has to be. This sounds better than the Unicorn. Yeah, sorry Stash. That Unicorn is going to be on its way. It's literally in the box at the side of me. It's just off camera here. I literally can't get DHL to pick it up at the minute. They should be able to come on Tuesday for it, is the latest I've heard. So, but you know I'll DM you as soon as I collect it. I need 10 of them. Yeah, you know it's good sound when Jay compares it to the JO2. Yeah. Wow, I'm really, really impressed. Let's do another giveaway, because let's do an impressed giveaway. The next thing we're going to give away is the game BattleTech with Flashpoint and Shadowhawk DLCs as well, so it includes both of those DLCs. We are going to come up with another question. The question is, what is always coming but never arrives? That's what is always coming but never arrives. If you put your answers in chat now, J Council Plan, I really like this. A guy locally selling the steel one. I kind of want to cop it. Is it Amir that's selling it? I think he's selling one. Yeah. No. The question again is, what is always coming but never arrives? This is to win a game. What's always coming but never arrives? A couple of people got the right answer. Gooberfish is right. Lumpelio says Luna. Lumpelios wins best answer, but no prize. Yeah, the answer's tomorrow. Don't put a question mark on it, KZNE, because it won't count. But yes, the answer is tomorrow. Fundle, you spell it wrong. It's 1M, guys. 1M. 1M double R. Tronics, we've already had that answer. Yeah, 2 people said Lumina now. Pubgoku, thank you very much for joining. I hope you have a good evening. Take care. Oxius, you asked me earlier on if I'd made a board with Gatting blacks. Yes, that has Gattings in it. Black ones. Quite a few boards of mine do. Yes, the answer's tomorrow. Okay, let's run it. There's plenty of people involved in this one, so let's see who wins this particular prize. And it is Octius7. There you go. So Octius has won the BattleTech with Flashpoint and Shadowhawk packs. Again, I will get that over to you, dude. Reach out to me on here by whispering to me, or reach out to me on Discord, and I'll make sure you get your game code. Okay, we're almost at the 2-hour mark, guys. I do have a limit of 2 hours for this stream, so we're probably not going to J-score this week, but we will J-score it in the very next stream I do. I'm really impressed with it. The only thing I'm not impressed with is the smell of these keycaps. They smell really musty and foisty, so that's it. How do you redeem it? It'll be on Steam. You'll just go to Steam and put the code in. I'll sort that all out with you in DMs. Don't worry about that at all. First time watching the stream as well. There you go. It does mean that we do have one more giveaway to do for the game Operator Overlord. So we're going to have to do the last question. So the last question is, let me just get into the right screen. What word is spelled incorrectly in every single dictionary ever made? Bearded Nut Inc., thank you very much for the 100 bits. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. What word is spelled incorrectly in every single dictionary ever made? There you go. You guys have got it. Yeah. Panda. I like it. I like it. What's my Discord? If you're in the Top Clack Discord, you can just click on J at the top on the right hand side, and you'll be able to get to me from there. If not, I will. I'm sure that James AKB will put my Discord username in chat for you. Mississippi, yeah, right. Okay, go on, guys. You've got another minute or so to enter this. So the answer is incorrectly. Incorrectly is the only word that's spelled incorrectly in every single dictionary ever made. Jay Cubes will be selecting as a bat from his garage to make a casserole for dinner after this stream. No, I don't eat them. I just like them. They're tiny little ones in the UK. They're like the size of a mouse. But we should protect them. They're an endangered species. Just because something happened in China with one particular type of bat, and I don't even think it came from bats anymore. They were talking about pangolins earlier on. So I don't even know, but I don't have pangolins in the garden, sadly. I wish I did. That'd be really cool. Anti-establishmentarianism, yeah. Okay, give it another 10 seconds. I highly doubt it will be spelled with that in a Norwegian dictionary, though. It means in the UK, or the English dictionary, bearded nutting. Yeah. Pangolins are really, really cool creatures, yes. I would absolutely love it if I had one in the back garden. Animals in the back garden, other than the usual birds, we have bats, we have mice occasionally, we get field mice very occasionally in the back garden. We have a lot of rabbits run around, the dog loves to chase those, and we get the foxes in as well. So there you go, that's what we see in the back garden quite a lot. Okay, so let me roll this then, and let's see who the last winner for Operator Overlord is. Alansky, there you go. Alansky, you are the winner of Operator Overlord. Again, reach out to me on Discord or reach out to me on Twitch. If you whisper to me, I will make sure that you get your game codes. So just to run through our winners again, we had the $25 novel key voucher, Lube Helios, the $25 key company voucher, which Archduchess. We have Operator Overlord, went to Alansky. Road Redemption went to UMelon. Mega Man Legacy Collection went to Ziant. Battletech and its 2 DLCs went to Octia7. And the $10 Steam gift card for their area went to Alexa LOL. So lots of good giveaways. Thank you very much, guys, for that. I do have a ton more of these codes to give away. So the next build stream I do, which is going to be Tuesday night, I haven't decided on the time yet. Watch the Top Clack Discord, watch my Discord. It's going to be the build of my Nixie clock, which I'm hoping I can do in a couple of hours. But that is going to also have a ton of these game giveaways. We're going to give away some good games, we're going to give away some random games we don't know, we might give away some more gift cards, all of that kind of stuff, just to try and give you guys some entertainment and stuff to go and play and keep up with while we're all on lockdown. So remember to do exactly that. Come and join us for that one. Thank you everyone for watching the stream today. I'm really impressed with this board bingo, like super impressed. But do come and check out the stream on Tuesday. I think Brian's got some streams coming up as well, so do check those out. We've got Behind the Keyboard starting this week, I believe. I've got some more build streams. Going to be doing some Lego building as well later on in the week. The new 1989 Batmobile Lego special edition, so we'll be building that too. Yeah, and then next week 3 keyboard build streams. I think I'm going to do 3 keyboard build streams the week after. And we've also got the we're going to watch the film as well. We're going to watch Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou as well. We're going to sort that out. I'll get that announced up on Discord in the next couple of days. You guys can come and join the watch party for that. In the meantime, though, do stay safe. Do look after yourselves. Do follow advice in your area for whatever the government's telling you to do in terms of coronavirus. Make sure you're staying as healthy as you can. Make sure you're staying away from people where you shouldn't be there. Social distancing is the way we're going to beat this, guys. So please, please, please follow all of the rules. Be a good player in the community. Come and join all of the Discord servers and everything else. Come and chat to us because we're good friends. Octia7, you must be able to join the Discord, or you can whisper to Top Clack, the channel here, and I'll be able to reply from the. You should be able to DM straight from here and get in touch with us that way. If not, I'll try and reach out to you. Let me just do that before you go. Oh, whispers are disabled. You've got whispers disabled. I can't whisper to you. Anyway, you have to reach out to me, dude, and get there. Archduchess has put the link to Discord in as well. But thank you very much, guys. I'm going to go and change my cable over so I can use this board on my desk for the next couple of days. I shall see you again soon, and I'm going to be building an X clock soon, which I'm really excited for. Yay! See you later, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.